before you even met. You guys already chose each other. You were created for each other. They're not going anywhere. But your fears around the things that happened and your constant awareness of it is what's going to maintain the illusion of separation. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. And today I wanted to talk about, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, if you're doing inner work to have a healthy, stable, secure, loving marriage, like full on, you're all in relationship with your specific person, then the inner work that you do might be a little different than if you're doing inner work just to be back in touch with somebody, just to receive a text or a call, or just to lightly date somebody. So for today's video, this is going to be for the collective of you guys that know that this is your one. This is the one that you were created to love. Like, you guys were completely and totally made to love each other. You are imprinted like within each other's, like in each other's DNA. You were programmed to love them. They were programmed to love you. But something came up in the 3D reality, some sort of a circumstance. And I know a lot of you guys still are keeping your circumstances on the pedestal, but when you keep your circumstances on a pedestal, you're keeping awareness and energy on them. So you are going to have to continue to be in the reality where the circumstances is going to remain, and it's going to stay kind of like a thing. It's going to keep you from having what it is that you want. So I highly recommend you take all circumstances and everything off of a pedestal. In other words, things aren't that deep. Things aren't that important. And I know a lot of you guys are, but they said, and you're most likely new to this, which is, so I'm going to be super like patient with this and gentle when I say, I get it, but they were just reflecting back. Either it's one of potentially one or all of the following. Either they were just mirroring back your own fear of being in love, mirroring back your fear of abandonment, rejection, being worthy, being good enough, or fear of men and women, this type of person, that kind of relationship. It could be all of that stuff. So you just have to get super clear of what it is that you deserve and what it is that you want. And like, forgive people in your reality that caused harm, that caused the baggage that you basically brought into the relationship and projected onto your person. It doesn't mean that you have to be perfect and completely healed to be in the relationship, but you just have to stop blaming them. So anyway, and you have to get to a place where you feel safe and secure. So being the version of you who's already healed, who feels safe and secure, who trusts love, who knows that they can't be abandoned, you can't be rejected. You are literally everything to your person, and equally as much as they are to you already. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to talk about how often should I be doing my inner work with my specific person. Is doing my inner work somehow keeping them away from me? Because I heard somewhere that, this is going to be chasing them away, because if I really had them, I wouldn't be doing the inner work. So I'm just going to talk about this. And I know that this is going to help many of you guys out there. Before I do continue, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you love my content. If you want me to be your coach, email me a short description to kim@coreunion.com. You can then then you can book your session with me at coreunion.com. You can do a 30-minute or a package. The package is just what most people do because it's super affordable. My rule of thumb for myself, when I was manifesting things with my Marisol, my partner, the love of my life, Hannah, I basically spent the entire day being the version of me who was in the relationship. And for me, that's going to be carrying myself as a devoted, loving, nurturing, kind, supportive partner and wife. That's the energy that I carried myself in. So I would wake up in the morning, anything that I'm manifesting, anything at all. And I've been manifesting very consciously and deliberately since 2005, 2006. But I can go back even further back and realize as a kid, I was actually pretty much aware of this process. I just didn't have I couldn't express it, but there was a deep knowing all the time. And I had some experiences that were awakening experiences for me, even when I was younger. And specifically around my mirror soul Hana, there was a lot of very specific things that I felt and knew as a child, but maybe I'll do that for another video. So for me, I am going to carry myself in that energy. And when I wake up in the morning, that's when I'm going to remind myself who I am. And I like to do that through tapping into God first, foremost, number one. Tap like I want to take and plug myself into that divine intelligence, that unconditional love, that pureness, that divinity. I'm ridiculously over the top, so incredibly blessed and grateful that I have manifested the things that I'm currently experiencing in my reality, right? I'm having kind of an inner conversation with God, thanking God, letting God know how much I appreciate all of the love, all the support, all the protection, all of the abundance. And I'm also reminding myself and letting God know that I'm in complete trust and surrender, in agreement, knowing that I don't have to do anything but remain in trust because I know you got this. I know you're handling it. Then I go into some self-concept affirmations about knowing that I was created in God's image to be the creator of my reality, and reminding myself, and I say a number of affirmations, and it'll switch and change depending on basically my mood or whatever. And then I go into self-love, and then I go, but at some point you can go into finances, how much money you want to be making, if you want a specific business to take off, whatever it is that's specific to you in your life. Then at this point, I would have an inner conversation with the person is your person, is the love of your life, is your mirror soul, twin flame, whatever you want to label it, soulmate. I don't care what you label it. It really doesn't matter. In other words, you're not starting on empty and putting all of your energy out, because then you're going to be draining yourself. You're empowering yourself. You're filling yourself up. You're filling your cup up with so much power and love through God. Okay. And you're seeing yourself as being the best version of yourself. And now you bring in the best version of your person, and you have an inner conversation that reflects affirmations that are the opposite of the things that you see are in the way. And this is where coaching can help. I can help you with this, but it's impossible to do it in a video because not everybody has the same limiting fears, limiting beliefs around manifesting their person or the job that they want, the money that they deserve, the health and all that. Okay. Then at that point, now, if it's around your specific person, while you're laying there in bed, you can literally imagine that as you're feeling all of this love in the core of you, you're literally feeling it. I know for me, I love doing inner work because I can feel it so deeply. It's like it's piercing my soul. It's like the exact same feeling I felt when I first saw my mirror soul's face. It's like I'm doing the inner work and I'm feeling this beautiful, pure, I actually feel it right now, right in the core of me, in my heart, in my stomach, like all throughout my body. My entire core is feeling this. And then I'm feeling all of the love, like in every fiber of my being. And while I'm feeling this, and I'm feeling so safe and secure in this pure, divine, sacred love, I know, I don't question, I know for a fact that my mirror soul is feeling it right in the exact same time, because we are one. We already chose each other. This is the same with you and your specific person. Before you even met, you guys already chose each other. You were created for each other. They're not going anywhere. But your fears around the things that happened and your constant awareness of it is what's going to maintain the illusion of separation. So you have to get to a place of feeling trust and in love. Okay, so back to how often to do the inner work when it comes to you and a specific person. So I basically do that kind of thing morning, somewhere in the middle of the day, and as I'm going to sleep. Some people might want to do different techniques, and it is totally personal. It's up to you. Now I will constantly be looping affirmations throughout my day because I never allow any old stories of any area in my reality to fester in my mind. I am like a guard. This is my kingdom of heaven. My mind and my imagination is my kingdom of heaven, and I keep it so incredibly, I keep it spotless and so clean. I am a guard, and I'm going to remain in observation and just constantly see every area of my life being exactly what I deserve for it to be. I basically see it this way. For me and my mirror soul, the chemistry that we feel for each other and with each other is like nothing we could ever even have dreamed of or imagined. And that makes us irresistible to each other. And we just want to constantly, like, we just constantly want to be doing things together. Obviously, also, we want to maintain healthy kind of independence and interests and goals and just be supporting each other. So for me, if I was in separation, and this is what you guys should be doing, I pretty much all throughout the day, and this doesn't mean you're not being delusional. You're not being delusional. The only delusion in this whole thing is the delusion of you believing or thinking that you can't be the love of your person's life, because that means that you are believing in separation. It's delusional to think that you don't deserve to be loved. It's delusional to think that they can't give you everything that you deserve to have. Okay. That's the only delusion. But so you're just living your life, and it's a very enjoyable way of being because you're being the wifey, the husband, you're carrying yourself in that energy. And as you're living your life, you're imagining it can be you going for a walk, you're cooking in the kitchen, you're snuggling on the sofa, you're going to bed, you're taking a shower, you're just driving in the car, anything and everything that you're doing throughout the day. My favorite things are like waking up, cuddling, kissing, cuddling on the sofa, cooking, dancing together, laughing, making out, a lot of passionate kisses and a lot of laughter, going for long rides, shopping in the supermarket, even though we mostly shop through Instacart and have food delivered. But it doesn't matter whether these things actually are manifested or not. You're just putting yourself in the state throughout the day. What would it feel like if he or she was right here with me? So you can take 2 or 3 seconds throughout the day and just close your eyes and imagine, like if I'm driving in the car, for example, if it were you, if you're driving in the car, you can literally be listening to music, listening to happy, loving music, or listening to some sort of guided meditation, whatever. And you can just reach your hand out and just imagine what would it feel like if you were holding hands and you're driving, and then you kind of look over and you guys just smile at each other. And maybe you tell each other you love each other. Maybe you say, I can't wait to get home and love you up, whatever. And then I know somebody's going to like that. And then you could be shopping at the supermarket. I always love to imagine that we're shopping at the supermarket and that we're just so proud to be next to each other, and that people, when we're shopping, people are looking at us and smiling because they love seeing us together. There's something about us that literally brings out joy in people. And so I used to do this. And then when the first time we ever did go shopping at the supermarket, that's exactly what happened. We could literally notice and see men and women looking at us and just kind of smiling. So that's kind of it. So anyway, if you do this and you're carrying yourself in the state of confidence, trusting in the process, knowing that your end exists, and you're not coming it from a desperate, anxious place of like yearning of, why isn't this happening? Why don't I see movement? Why don't you love me the way I love you? I don't think this is working. Oh my God, I'm so desperate. I have to imagine this happening. If you don't do it in that energy, you can do it all day. You will be doing it all day, because if you were in the relationship, you would be in the relationship all day. That's who you would be being. So anyway, I know for a fact, I believe and declare that many of you guys have shifted simply because of this video, and you are literally in the timeline of being in this pure, beautiful, perfect, loving, romantic, healthy, safe, secure, passionate, fun, easy flowing, stable, secure relationship with your mirror soul, other half, twin flame, soulmate, whatever you want to label it. I believe and declare that this has shifted you. Please comment down below that you have fully shifted in your timeline and that you trust in your end. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, Nothing can come between us.